Video link. Lee Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Now, for the Labour Party to decide upon our employment rights, then first of all, they need to win a general election. And the good news is the British working classes will not allow that. They do not trust them. The United Kingdom has one of the best records on workers' rights anywhere in the world. But of course, the Labour Party are still bitter about us leaving the EU and do not think that our elected MPs should have the power to decide what rules should apply in the UK. It's the policies of the Labour Party that threatens workers' pay and conditions. They want to keep people on benefits and flood the workplace with cheap labour through free movement. How does that help the British worker? It doesn't. Our new business secretary has been very clear. We are not going to lower the standards of workers' rights. Why would we? It makes no sense at all. Even the Mayor of London, who gets most things wrong, gets it when he said there's no evidence to Labour's claims that workers' rights would be eroded after Brexit. But I think we should always look at strengthening employment rights, especially when you see some workers being exploited by people who, quite frankly, should know better. So let's start with the Labour Party. I recall in 2015, during the election, security guards at Labour's offices were being paid less than the living wage, despite the Labour Party being an accredited living wage employer. I'm not quite sure, actually, who the Labour Party leader was at this time, but maybe the business secretary could remind the House when summing up. We could have a look in 2018 when 4 Labour front benchers were advertising jobs in their own offices below their own £10 an hour living wage pledge. It's total hypocrisy. They say one thing and they do another. They say they are against private schools, yet send their own kids to private schools. They say they want to see better workers' rights, yet fail their own employees. In a nutshell, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we have some of the best protections in the world, and I am confident that this government will go much further. Meanwhile, I predict the Labour Party will slide much further back as the real workers in this country are sick to death of hearing them moaning all the time. Now, I've done my time, done my graft, done my shifts down the pits, but what do they really know about workers' rights? Absolutely nothing, because most of them have never done a proper day's work in their lives. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. That's me done.
Thank you, Lee.